welcome back to another video. My name is Chloe and today I'm going to be going through my plans for my upcoming Disney trip with my mom and my sister for our spring break trip to Walt Disney World. And I'm so excited to go through our plans. We have a lot of exciting things in store, and while I'm going through the plans, I'll be opening a new Disney Doorable. This is the Series 7. This is the first Series 7 that I have opened, and I'm super excited for this series because Joy from Inside Out is a possible option as a Doorable, and you guys know that our pug is named Joy, so anything that has Joy in it I am down to collect. So hopefully we have a Joy inside here. I'm actually going to open it up before I start going through the plans just to see how many doors we have so I can figure out when to open these. Oh, so now they don't even give you like the doors. You're supposed to figure out with the little, oh look at, they have Joy on there. Is that a good sign? But now they have you just rip off the whole thing if you don't want to do the, ooh, how many are they giving here? Just 5. Okay. Well, we will do them as I originally planned. So let's just jump right into the Disney plans. We are flying out on April 18th with Southwest. Our flight leaves around, I think, 11 a.m. on the 18th. We were originally supposed to fly out later in the day. I think around like 4:30 was our original flight time, but when Southwest redid their flight schedules, we were lucky and we got bumped up to an earlier time, and it worked out perfectly. It's still a nonstop flight and gives us more time in Disney, so that was perfect for us. I will get to some drama in a little bit about our flight coming home, but we're going there. We lucked out and got exactly what we would have wanted. I actually did want originally to move to this flight, but it was like 3 times as much as what we paid for the later flight, so it wasn't worth paying to move to that flight, but we got moved for free, so win-win. So we are flying Southwest, like I said, and we land in Orlando. So our first stop will be down to Alamo at the airport. I always usually use Alamo. It's my favorite to rent from. They have a discount if you're an annual pass holder for Disney. The discount code is 860292. If you put that in as a contract ID, if you're an annual pass holder, you can get 10% off your rental. And they also have the skip the counter feature where you check in and pay for your rental car ahead of time, so you don't have to wait in line when you get to the airport. Usually those lines are pretty deep and you don't want to be wasting valuable vacation time waiting to check out for your car, so you can do it all ahead of time before you even get to Disney World, and it just is an amazing experience. I highly recommend them, and it just works out really well. So once we have our rental car, we will make the short-ish drive to Disney World, and we are checking into Port Orleans Riverside. I'm super excited to stay at Port Orleans Riverside again. Dan and I did a one-night stay there in November, and it brought back all of the memories I had as a kid staying at Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside and exploring those grounds, and it's just a very special resort to me, and I'm excited to get to stay there again. And we will be staying in a royal guest room, which I'm also super excited for. Those rooms are so cute with all the princess details and the headboards with like the Tiana background. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to stay there again. So once we're at the room and kind of get freshened up, the plan is to head over to like the main area of the resort and check in for our carriage ride. I have already booked this ahead of time, and we have our carriage ride scheduled to take us around Port Orleans. I think it goes through both the resorts, but I'm so excited to do the carriage ride. I've never done a carriage ride in Disney World, and I think it'll just be really fun and a cute way to start off our Disney trip. And I'm just so excited. It really wasn't that bad of an expense. I think it was like $55, and I think there was a 10 or 15% annual pass discount. So it was not cheap, but not as expensive as you might think it would be. And I think that lasts about a half hour, 15 minutes to a half hour. I think it's a half hour though. So after we're done with our carriage ride, we will be taking the boat up the Sassagoula River to Disney Springs to have dinner at Morimoto Asia. We got our earlier flight. We made a bunch of changes to this day just to make sure that we maximized our extra time in Disney, because why not? So we originally had like a really late Wine Bar George reservation, but I switched it to Morimoto's, and we love Morimoto's. It is like one of our favorite go-tos. We've been there many, many times. And so we're gonna head there for dinner. I really hope that there will be time to do some shopping in Disney Springs. I would like to hit up the Disney Style store. I think the Ever After store is the one that has the Stony Clover Princess fanny pack, which I'd like to go there. Probably World of Disney, even though I'd never buy anything at World of Disney. It's just like one of those places you have to go when you're in Disney World. So probably hit up some of those shops, and then obviously our dinner and maybe a drink or two after we're done eating, but it should be the perfect first night in Disney World. And then obviously we'll take the boat back to Port Orleans Riverside and just have a magical sleep the first night. I'm just so excited. I can't wait. All right, let's open our first Doorable. Let me show you who we can get. So there's all the characters that we can get. And personally, I would really love Joy, obviously. Charlotte from Princess and the Frog. A lot of different ones on this. Ooh, a Snowgie would be cute. Really any of them, but let's see who we got. Got Louis from Princess and the Frog. He's super cute. He's kind of a weird color on here. He's kind of scary looking on this, but he's pretty cute. Adorable number 1. All right, on to day 2 in Disney World. First things first for myself, I will be waking up at 7 a.m. to make our Genie Plus reservations. We are planning on doing Genie Plus every day that we are in a park. It's spring break, we know it's gonna be busy. If we can limit the time that we're waiting in any lines, we're gonna do it. So we are definitely getting Genie Plus for all of the park days. So I'll be waking up at 7 a.m. to get our Genie Plus. My plan for my first picks, I'm going to be getting Space Mountain, which I'm so happy that's included with the $15 per day. I think I'm also going to buy the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Lightning Lane as well. That way we have at least 2 rides guaranteed that we can just do the Lightning Lane for. And we tend to get to the parks a little bit later, like we're not rope dropping people, so I should be able to stack a few Lightning Lanes before we even arrive. So fingers crossed that that all works according to plan. And then that morning we are having breakfast at Steakhouse 71. I haven't eaten at the new Steakhouse 71, so I'm excited to try out the breakfast. I'm sure it's pretty similar to what the Wave had. I'll probably just be getting, I think it's like the Steakhouse 71 breakfast where you get like Eggs Benedict and bacon and sausage and all those things, but I'm sure it's pretty similar. But I'm excited to try it out because I've heard rave reviews and the restaurant looks really nice. I love the remodel that they did, so excited to have breakfast there. And then after breakfast, we'll either take the monorail or walk over to Magic Kingdom and start our day there. In the past, we used to do Magic Kingdom last, and then recently we've been doing Magic Kingdom first. And I do really enjoy doing Magic Kingdom first just because the quintessential park. You have the most energy your first day compared to like the end of your trip where you're tired and you've walked a lot. So I just like doing it in the beginning and getting all those like magic vibes, and it's just so much fun. So we'll be going to Magic Kingdom, and like I said, I will have hopefully stacked a few Lightning Lanes. So our top goals would be like Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I really want to do the new PhilharMagic. I want to see like the updated screens and Coco. I'm so excited to see the Coco scene. And yeah, we're just gonna play our day by ear. Obviously, we're expecting it to be pretty busy. It is spring break, but we've gone to Disney enough that if it's busy and we don't get on a lot, that's okay. Whatever we get done, we're just happy to be there. And then that night for dinner, we're having dinner at the Plaza. I haven't eaten here in a really long time, but I'm excited to try it out again. I think it's a nice, fairly inexpensive restaurant, and it's in the Magic Kingdom and has windows that look out towards the Cinderella Castle, so it should be pretty fun. And then for the rest of the night, we'll probably do whatever Lightning Lanes we can, and I don't think we'll find a spot for the fireworks, but if we're in a good spot in the park, I would be happy to watch them from somewhere else and just see how they are from a different spot, maybe over by the Tangled bathrooms or just wherever we are. So definitely excited for our Magic Kingdom day. Adorable number 2. Come on, Joy. Joy's laying right over there. She's like, what, Mom? So we got Aurora, which is so funny because that is what I'm Disney bounding as for Magic Kingdom. But I think, oh, it's a color change one, so we don't know which one this will be, I think. It'll either be pink or blue. Which do you prefer for Aurora's dress? Do you prefer the pink or do you prefer the blue? I prefer pink. Exciting, that's fun. So for day 3, again, I will be getting up at 7 a.m. to pick out our Lightning Lanes. I'm going to be doing the individual attraction selection for Flight of Passage, and then my first Lightning Lane for Genie Plus will be Kilimanjaro Safari. Those are definitely our 2 top priorities for Animal Kingdom. Again, we'll probably be getting to the park a little bit later, so hopefully I can stack a bunch. I think Animal Kingdom now opens at 7:30 a.m., which means that I can make the second Lightning Lane at 9:30 a.m., so that's pretty cool. And I always put like a calendar alert in my phone, like 5 minutes before and then right at the time, so I remember to make the next Lightning Lane. It works the best for me. So I'm excited to see what I can get for Animal Kingdom. But before we head to the park, I think we're gonna head over to Port Orleans French Quarter and take some pictures and just kind of walk around. I think my sister Calista is doing a Princess Tiana bound that day, and she really wants to get some pictures over at French Quarter in that vibe. So definitely probably gonna head over there, and we might do powdered beignets for our breakfast. I have to see what my mom and my sister want to do, but I think that'd be a fun little activity to do. And then once we have all of our pictures and hopefully our beignets, we will head to Animal Kingdom, and I'm really hoping that I can schedule the first Lightning Lane for Flight of Passage around 12 or 1 so we can go to have lunch or do the ride on Flight of Passage and then have lunch at Satu'li Canteen. Hopefully that plan works out. I don't know, that time could go very, very fast with the Lightning Lanes, but we'll see how it goes. And then, like I mentioned, I want to have lunch at Satu'li Canteen. And our other goals for Lightning Lanes will be Dinosaur. Everest would have been on that list, but it's still down for refurbishment. Maybe Navi River Journey. We'll see. Depending on the weather, I may be convincing my mom and my sister to watch the kite show because I just think it's so funny and I kind of want to see it. So if we have time to kill or we're waiting for a next Lightning Lane, hopefully we can go catch one of those shows. And I'm just excited to be in Animal Kingdom. I always have a good time there. It always seems to rain for us there. Hopefully it doesn't. But I'm excited to go to Animal Kingdom. I think it's been a while since I've been to Animal Kingdom because we didn't go in November, and yeah, it's been since August. So I need me some Animal Kingdom time. And after Animal Kingdom, we'll be heading back to Port Orleans Riverside, getting freshened up, and we're gonna head back to Disney Springs this night. We're gonna take the boat again, and we're gonna have dinner at the boathouse. My aunt is actually in Florida house sitting, so we're gonna meet up with her at Disney Springs and have dinner with her at Boathouse. Dan and I ate at Boathouse in November and absolutely loved it. I'm excited to eat there again. The food was so good and just has a really cool vibe in there, so I'm excited to go to Boathouse. And after Boathouse, I'm assuming we'll probably kind of have already done our shopping the first night. If not, we can do shopping again that night. And we'll take the boat back to Port Orleans Riverside, and I believe Yeehaw Bob should be performing that night, so I would really like to see him in, I think it's the River Roost Lounge, because we saw him like 20 plus years ago at the River Roost. Like, that's how long he has been performing there, and I was so bummed when he said that he was retiring and he was done performing during COVID. And so the fact that he's back, I feel like we have to go see him, and we're there, so it's not like it's out of the way. So hopefully we can make some time to go see him because he's only there certain nights. I was hoping to see him in November, but the night that we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, he wasn't performing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make it work. Alrighty, Doorable number 3. It's Baloo. He's so cute. Doesn't really look like Baloo, but he's really adorable. Cute little Baloo. Baloo? Baloo? I don't know how to say that. Day 4 is going to be a rest day and also a resort transfer day. So we will be checking out of Port Orleans Riverside and making the drive over to the Boardwalk Inn. So excited to stay at the Boardwalk again. I absolutely love the Boardwalk. Dan and I stayed there in November. We also stayed there on our New Year's Eve trip, and I don't know, it's becoming a favorite of mine. I just love the location. I love the resort. I love the actual boardwalk. It's just like amazing. So we'll be transferring over there, and hopefully we have good weather because the plan will be to have like a little bit of a rest day by the pool there, just kind of enjoy the sun and maybe get some drinks from the, is it Leaping Libations bar? The carousel bar that's at the boardwalk. And so we'll probably have lunch at the pizza window because we always enjoy getting like a large pizza pie there, and obviously we'll do the pool. Thankfully I won't have to get up at 7 a.m. that day because it's our rest day and we're not going to a park, so that's definitely going to be a nice little break for myself. Hopefully we'll get our room ready text fairly early on in the day so we can go up and change and get ready for dinner at Toledo. I have been to Toledo once. My mom and my sister haven't been there yet, and I think they're really going to enjoy it. My mom and my sister also haven't even seen the new Gran Destino Tower. It's just so beautiful, and I think they're really going to be impressed by how the resort looks now and the restaurant and just how beautiful the restaurant is and how good the food is. So I'm excited to have dinner at Toledo. I think it should be a really fun night. After dinner, obviously, we'll head back to the boardwalk and probably chill on the boardwalk, maybe grab a margarita from Joe's Margarita stand and just enjoy the vibes, depending on what our balcony looks like. If our balcony looks out to the Boardwalk. We might just go up and have drinks on our balcony, but obviously that's all kind of up in the air because we booked a garden view room, so we could be looking at just grass, or we could have like a little bit of a distant view of the boardwalk. So fingers crossed we get a distant view of the boardwalk because that would be so nice. All right, Doorbell number 4. Oh, we got Elsa! Oh, she's so cute. She's got a little star in her hair. Adorable. Speaking of Elsa, our 5th day we'll be heading to Epcot, and again I'll be getting up at 7 a.m. to book our lightning lanes. I will be purchasing the individual attraction selection for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and my first Genie Plus lightning lane will be for a test track. So that is the plan for the lightning lane aspect. And then we will get ready and make the short walk or take the boat over to Epcot. It's gonna be so nice being right there for going to Epcot, and I'm just so excited to go to the park and be in Epcot. It's Flower and Garden, so that'll be so amazing. Obviously we'll be trying lots of the booths. I would like to get the Violet Lemonade again, and obviously go on all of our favorite rides if we can, like Test Track, Living with the Land, Soarin', Spaceship Earth, all those goodies. So I'm excited to go on all of those. And for dinner, we're going to be having dinner at Tapenado. Tapenado? I never know how to say it. I've always called it Tapenado, but I feel like people say Tapenado. Let me know down below if you know the correct pronunciation of that. But we'll be having dinner at Tapenado, which I'm excited for. Dan and I ate there on our New Year's Eve trip, and it was so good, and I'm just excited to get the shrimp dish again because that is just amazing. And so that's where we're going to be having dinner. I would like to see Harmonious that night if my mom and my sister want to watch it. I don't plan that we'll need to like line up and get a good spot for it, but we'll see, because we won't have to like catch the Skyliner or a bus back to the resort. So if we get caught in a crowd, it's not as crazy as if we had to go somewhere else. So that will be the plan for our Epcot day. All right, last Doorbell. Do we think it's Joy? I have a feeling it's not Joy. It is the Beast. Very cool. I don't think I have the Beast in any of the other series, so he's cute. I like his little blue eyes. And for our last full day in Disney World, we will be going to Hollywood Studios. Again, I'll be up at 7 a.m. to get the lightning lane. I don't think we're going to purchase the Rise of the Resistance individual lightning lane. We've done it a couple times. It's not one of those rides that I feel like we need to do. Plus it's such a time commitment to do that ride between like the whole experience and then whatever line you do have to wait in. So I think we'll probably skip Rise of the Resistance. But my first lightning lane I think is going to be for Slinky Dog if I can get it. And then my second choice would be Tower of Terror because that line has been atrocious and is a must do for our family. So definitely gotta get a Tower of Terror lightning lane. Again, being at the boardwalk, we can just hop on a boat and head over to Hollywood Studios, and it should be a nice little ride over there and do all of our lightning lanes. We'll probably go to Baseline Tap House to get some drinks and hopefully get on a decent number of rides. And then for dinner that night, we're going to have dinner at 50's Primetime Cafe, which I haven't eaten there in a really, really long time. I think maybe 2012 was the last time I ate there when we went for Calista's cheer competition. And it's always a good little meal. We used to eat there like every trip growing up. My mom always liked the fried chicken, and we just haven't eaten there in a really long time, so we thought we would try it again and have dinner there. Oh, we also have a Oga's Cantina reservation. My mom loves going to Oga's Cantina, and we just love getting like the Best Fin Fizz and stuff. Definitely an overpriced drink, but we always have a good time when we go, so we're gonna go there too in the middle of the day, and should just be a really fun day at Hollywood Studios. Which originally that was supposed to be our last day. We were supposed to like go to Hollywood Studios and go to the airport and take like a flight home at 10 p.m. But around the time that Southwest was changing all of their flights, I had logged in and my flight and my mom and my sister's flight, we all were canceled. We weren't refunded. I had no email. I had nothing from Southwest. And so I called, I waited over an hour on hold. And so they had rebooked us on like a 6 a.m. flight Saturday, which meant that we were basically losing our Hollywood Studios day. So we were trying to figure out like, could we do Hollywood Studios the night we arrived, even though we would only get like 2-3 hours at most at the park, but we wanted to do something at Hollywood Studios because we enjoy Hollywood Studios. At the time when they rebooked me on the 6 a.m. flight, that was the only flight that had 3 seats available. There was nothing on the Sunday, there was nothing else on the Saturday, that was it. And so I kept checking, and eventually another flight opened up on the Sunday, and I had to beg Southwest to switch us to that flight, but they did. So now we're flying home early Sunday morning, and it's all gonna work out because we get our whole last day in Disney World. We're still at Hollywood Studios, and I was able to extend our Boardwalk stay after a lot of checking. And we are staying at the Boardwalk the whole second part. Originally, we were gonna have to switch to Pop Century for one last night, which would have been fine, but would have been a lot of switching. So it all worked out, and it's just gonna be the perfect vacation, and I'm just so excited, and so excited. I can't think of any other words to say because that's all I feel right now is just excited. Make sure to be following me on TikTok, on Instagram, for all sorts of updates. Obviously subscribe here so you don't miss the vlogs in the future and all of the other trip vlogs that are going to be coming, packing video, outfit videos, all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!